How exactly am I able to generate qualified and quality prospects booking into my calendar every single day, enthusiastic to hop on calls with me and to work with us in our program? And how exactly are we able to get our clients results like these as well, where they're booking in calls left, right, and center every single day with qualified and quality prospects? In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can do that and build up a leveraged client acquisition system that allows you to 3x your closing rate and book in only the most qualified and quality prospects for your high-ticket agency coaching, consulting, or service offer. Now, before we get into that, who am I and why should you listen to me? Well, you can pause to read more about this, but I've used content leveraged client acquisition mechanisms to scale more than 30 partner agencies across a large PE firm to more than 6 figures in ARR each. I've generated more than $6.5 million in pipeline with conversion optimized assets for a client agency over a quarter, and I've added more than 120,000 in 37 days to an agency that we worked with using content assets and leveraged outbound. You can see a full detailed case study breakdown of that here on my channel. And the exact mechanisms that I'm going to outline for you have helped me generate results like these for my clients, these for myself, and also our program has generated results like these for our clients and keep doing so on a regular, reliable basis, helping them book in calls with the most qualified of prospects that are actually looking forward to working with them and are convinced and pre-sold and nurtured that they can solve their problems for them specifically. Now, in order to be able to do that, what you need to understand is the missing piece in the attention offer mechanism and the attention offer pipeline. The missing link is, of course, education, because you cannot rely on going directly from attention to pitching your offer and then trying to close. There is too much friction and sales resistance in the process, and we are fundamentally in a trust recession. Interpersonal trust is at an all-time low, and therefore you need to have a mechanism in place that is able to actually nurture and educate the attention that you capture in the top of funnel, and educate it to not only wanting your offer, but your offer from you specifically, so that they are ready and pre-sold and nurtured into buying from you specifically. And then that makes this attention to offer to close process absolutely seamless. And in order to do that, what you need to understand is the inherent dynamics between trust signals and ease of production of a particular content at volume. Why content? Because content is the only way that you're able to actually educate and nurture your prospects at scale. If you have any sort of client acquisition experience whatsoever, then you already know that cold DMs, cold emails, and paid ads, when relied on alone, are no longer reliable to get you the results at scale that you need and want to get. And the only way that you're able to provide leveraged acquisition for your business is by using content, specifically long form videos on a platform like YouTube that is primed to actually nurture and educate your prospects, a targeted audience segment, using educational long form content. Now, why long form videos specifically? It's because you have to understand that with short form pieces of content like tweets and long form text, even like newsletters and threads, or even with images or short form videos, even though they may be very easy to produce at scale, at large volume, large quantities of them can be produced very easily, the inherent trust signal in each of them is very, very low. Each single piece of short-form text, tweet, or long-form thread, or a still image, or a short-form video has very low inherent trust, partially because of how inherently easy it is to produce them at scale. And so they are less expensive, and so they signal a lower trust signal. However, with long-form videos, they are very, very difficult to produce at scale consistently at large volumes, which is why they inherently have a very high trust signal. A long-form video also allows you to conversate with your prospect at scale, with all of your prospects at scale over a long period of time. If a prospect is watching 45, 30, 50 minutes of your videos recurringly every single day over multiple weeks, then it's no wonder that you'll continue occupying more and more of their mental real estate, establishing you as more of a trust, authority, and credibility figure in their minds, making it more likely that they will buy from you in the future. But in order to actually play the content game correctly and build a creator business with leveraged acquisition with content as a central pillar, what you need to understand is that the main mistake that people keep making is essentially a missegmentation of the customer or buyer journey. They think that the customer buyer journey can essentially be split into 3 parts, with an initial encounter where the prospect or the lead first hears of you, either from a cold email or a cold DM or a paid ad, or stumbling across your piece of content. And from there on, they journey to your sales page where they watch your VSL or hop on a call with your team, a discovery call or a demo call. And then, so from the initial encounter, the first moment of truth where they actually interact with your team or with your sales assets on your sales or landing page. 2, the second moment of truth, when they actually interact with your service offering, where you actually fulfill for them and they actually are able to see, oh, was he actually able to give me the results that he promised on the sales page in the first moment of truth? But the mistake is there is an entire missing piece in between the initial encounter and the first moment of truth that is not capitalized on, that is rarely capitalized on by most people. And Google did an extensive study on this, showing that what really happens is there is a 0th moment of truth phase where after the initial encounter, when the prospect first hears of you, or first stumbles across your content, or sees your cold email or cold outreach or cold DM or paid ad, they actually go out there and look you up online to see what sorts of content do you have online, what sorts of credibility do you have online, what is your social presence like. And after they do that, they're able to educate themselves on your offer, on your trustworthiness, on your credibility, on your competence, and then make an informed decision when they actually get into the first moment of truth phase, when they actually interact with your sales page or your team on a demo or discovery call. Otherwise, it's not as if they see a cold email or a cold DM or a paid ad and they immediately go to your sales page or book in a call with your team. They actually go through the 0th moment of truth phase, which is rarely capitalized on, that you need to capitalize on, and you actually need to have content assets, long form video pieces ready to guide your prospect through the 0th moment of truth phase, educating them on why they should buy from your offer and why they should buy from you specifically, and why your methodology will actually give them the results that they want to get and need to get. And the only way to do that at scale is by having a bank of long-form video pieces, long-form content ready, spanning across different categories, from process selling VSLs that walk the prospect through exactly how you deliver the transformation that you're promising to deliver, to long-form case studies that are rich with sentiment data with which the prospect can then see and resonate themselves with, because they can put themselves in the shoes of the client, the previous client, with whom you've gotten the result and whose results you're showcasing in the case study, as well as long-form video pieces showcasing your unique stories and experiences and personal background that filters the otherwise tactical value through a unique lens, allowing you to truly decommoditize yourself in the markets, making you stand out, so that effectively, if you do this right, you're no longer selling some sort of generic offer, but rather you are selling proximity to you. And when you can do that, when you sell access, when you can sell proximity to you, that's when you can charge and command premium prices and premium margins. And also, of course, long-form webinars and workshops which convert like crazy and nurture the prospects at scale. Now, the reason this works is because this essentially takes prospects from cold to red hot and warm and pre-sold, so that your appointment setting process can seamlessly transition them to a sales conversation and close them effortlessly, so that you get results like these, where prospects are enthusiastic to hop on calls with you, and you book in qualified prospects into your calendar every single day, smooth like butter, and you get results like these for your business as well. It's proof that the program works. Now, if you want all of the resources that we use for our clients, you can get access to them for free by joining our free WhatsApp group. The link for that will be in the description. If, however, you are really enthusiastic and you really want to succeed sooner rather than later, and you would like a personalized roadmap and personalized trend propulsion thesis, which is essentially the central thesis, content thesis to be used for our clients to get them these insane results. If you want that personalized for yourself and for your roadmap, for your journey, then all you need to do is book in a call to chat with us, and we'll see if we're a good fit. And if we are not, you can still keep the one-on-one tailored roadmap that we make for you. Now, moving on. In order to actually make this work, the reason you need content that spans across different content categories is to actually be able to attack your prospects from different angles, because some prospects will be sold more by long-form processing VSLs. Others will be convinced more when they see case studies, whilst others will resonate more with personal, unique experiences. And having all of these different content assets spanning across different content categories allows you to handle these micro objections, these doubts that appear in the prospect's mind that need to be resolved before they can make the main commitment of actually committing and buying to your main offer. This allows you to educate and nurture the prospects at scale, and then your appointment setting process can take over seamlessly and transition them to a sales conversation where you can then close them like butter. Now, in order to actually make this entire process work at scale and actually work properly, instead of it just failing around making too much noise and not enough signal, what you need to make sure is that each of these single pieces are dialed in to a T. And the only way to do that is to make sure, by starting with messaging, is to make sure that you're actually using messaging properly. You're actually reaching out to the exact specific, sophisticated avatar that you want to sell to, so that your videos, if you do this correctly, act essentially like funnels, allowing you to attract minimally qualified attention in the top of funnel, and then by the end of the video, you're left with maximally qualified attention, which are the most sophisticated buyers, the most qualified buyers that you want to actually sell to, so that when they actually hop on a call with you, the conversation is seamless and they close. You also need accountability and one-on-one guidance to actually guide you through the entire process so that you're not flailing around making too much noise and not enough signal. But also, you actually need to have an ideation system in place so that you don't wake up every day scratching your head thinking, oh, what piece of content should I make now? You need to have an ideation system in place so that the content calendar is laid out so that you can ensure that there is consistency in the system, because without consistency, you cannot have quality at scale. And you actually need to ensure that every single piece of content that you make is optimizing for conversion and that you're actually following the key metrics and not just optimizing for vanity metrics like views or subs, because that is not the game that we're playing. We are not creators, we're business owners actually making content to sell to our main offer. And in order to do all of this properly, you need access to real-time data to make sure that the entire system is pointed in the right direction. Now, if you want to succeed sooner rather than later, and you want to minimize the chances of failure, and you want to make it unreasonable for you to not succeed, then all you need to do is actually book in a call with us. The link for that will be in the description. We will build out a tailored roadmap for you, personalizing our creator thesis, our central trend propulsion thesis for you, and which you can keep even after the end of the call, even if you don't end up being the right fit to work together. If, on the other hand, you want access to some of our other resources and templates to be used for some of our clients, then you can get free access to that, as well as direct access to me and our team by joining the free WhatsApp group. The link for that will be in the description. Build out a leveraged client acquisition system using content as the central pillar. Build a creator business and generate results like our clients are, with micro authority channels that target niche audiences and target exactly, laser focus, your specific client avatar, and actually get results like these, where we have clients booking in 15 plus calls in 2 hours from one community post in a single email. Calls from qualified prospects being booked in left, right, and center. It's easy when you know how. I appreciate your attention. See you in the next one.